So business sustainability. Business sustainability is one major problem. And this year you can see the question on that particular part also, like global slowdown also maybe, and decolonization and its impact is one thing, because Rishi Sunak has become the new PM of United Kingdom. So please keep in mind that you guys have to write about all these things this year. It will be reflected either in the prelims also, but see, the prelims game will be according to the syllabus only. So where you can find those things like India UK relationship in economic sense will be seen in the this uh, FTA and all those things you can find in the prelims game. In the mains, you can have FTA related free trade agreement. What are the problems? Maybe now there will be more bonhomie. It is expected with UK. So that case, diaspora, the economic and diplomatic relations and all those things are there only. Okay. So that you can expect. So think diversely. Whatever topics are there, very run-of-the-mill topics, UPSC actually plays with it. Like India-UK relation may seem as a normal one, but it will be very, very specific in the UPSC realm. As you can see, India-Sri Lanka was there. Similarly, business sustainability, edtech companies. EdTech companies seems to be in two ways. Some companies are booming. Some old style companies which were heavily investing were like going down, cutting. So what will be the impact and what is the expected turmoil? UK economy is going down. That was the Liz Truss. That's why they like resigned. She resigned because of the economic condition of UK. Now there is like expected global slowdown this year or next year. So like next financial year, you can say. So we have to think about that, how the sustainability model in business are actually working, what type of, edtech companies and whether they are actually improving the scenario of education or not. And what is the contribution in new new education policy. So you have to think like that. That's why I asked you. UPSC is a game of those things which are in front of us, right? So keep looking at the major broader aspects every day, what is happening around. Okay. In that sense, you can actually write in the examples can be readily written. Like you can now tell that decolonization process is now very, very deeper. Decolonization, which is the topic in world history, right? So decolonization is very deeper now. That you can think about. Okay. So now you see administration. And what I'm analyzing here, because see, whatever questions are there in 2020, it is recycled. That I want to show you. So don't play in the market game that you have to separately join again the essay and all. Whatever we are training here, if you will focus upon that, it will be more than enough for you. Apart from it, you only have to write every at least 15 and 20 days, you have to write one essay, right? So let's see this. So this is like for this year, right? We have seen this one very deeply also. Forests are the best case studies for economic excellence. Now, poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. History is a series of victories won by scientific man over the romantic man. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ship is for. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. You cannot step twice in the same river. A smile is the chosen vehicle for all ambiguity. Just because you have a choice, it does not mean that any of them has to be right. All these eight seems to be like a new one. Yeah, you have to write the contemporary stuff and you have to relate with the contemporary item. Like forest are the best case study. So in the turmoil of climate change, you have to locate that. That is one big broader topic. But there are like safe soil movement to all kind of things, which are and tribal population, indigenous population, which UNESCO and UNICEF and many bodies are actually trying to save. Similarly, poets are the unacknowledged legislators. So you can see that there are like legislators who are poets themselves, and there are poets who are actually pushing the policies forward. So that is the broader thing. Then history is a series of victories won by scientific men. See, whatever victories has been till now, if you talk about Hitler, if you talk about Einstein, if you talk about Mahatma Gandhi, if you talk about, the Mughals and the wars they fought between Indians and themselves, and whatever wars the Britishers, first, second, third World War is happening right now, is actually a scientific man. So what you can see here, Russia-Ukraine crisis. So Russia-Ukraine crisis is what? Russia-Ukraine crisis is actually a scientific man over romantic man. The romantic man is what? Romantic man will be not thinking about their capacities and their thinking. But this is like scientific also. Scientific, both are scientific. The European Union and, the NATO forces are also scientific man only. But we'll have to think about what is romantic over there. What was romantic over there with the Ukraine or in the histories of that. So history is a series of victories won by scientific. A series is what? Like whatever consistently we are seeing the same phenomena. That history is actually relatable to scientific man than romantic man. But you can see that all the wars in the history has been over the romantic man also, because their dreams were like that. So you have to write the other way around also. That romantic men are thinking like unimaginative capacities, like what you can say now, like this man who is like going to Mars and all those things, Elon Musk and all. So what is this? This is romanticism. And romanticism is not bad. So you have to balance both things. But scientific temper is necessary. As colonization process and decolonization process also, both are fought between scientific and romantic man. Indians were more romantic. The kings were more romantic. So Mughals were greater power. But why the decline was there? Because romanticism came in between. Nawabs were like romantic. So we'll have to think in the direction of history and our basics only, but we have to relate here. A ship in harbor is safe. Means what? If we will not take the challenge, and challenge is from every arena in India also. So if we do not open up in the COVID-19, what will happen? The economies will crumble. Our people were up, one upmanship, or you can say like, greater chemistry between the frontline workers and the common man who were fighting in the field, including the farmers were available. So that's why India is not a like country where but I can sleep at any time. Similarly, the whole world is up and fighting the dead and not getting ill, even getting ill and coming up and then fighting back. So that is one greater thing you can relate, but many more things are there. A ship in harbor. The time to repair it, the roof is when the sun is shining. What it is about? It is about economy also. If you think that your business cycle will go down individually, you have to, at the cusp of your this thing, you have to clearly do what? Your own preparation. Time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. You cannot step twice in the same river. So that is the thing that the development administration, the welfare administration, the decolonization process, the country's path to development and happiness, the individual path to self-actualization is all about not stepping in the same river. Like Buddha, when he became Buddha, the river was not same for him. So that kind of thing you can relate and then write broadly about each and every arena. And do not try to write in especially in normal directions. We have worked a lot on especially detailed dimensions. And nobody has that kind of capacity in the market that they can actually explore in this way, because they don't want to. They want you to give model answers. So in that way, every question has model answer, but what we have imparted that you can utilize in any question possible. The content can be anything, but you have to be very dynamic and diversified. A smile is chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. You can just think about the life cycle of man, human. And you can see that the child smiles. Before he cries, then he smiles. So what looks better? A cry will be like heart-wrenching. But a smile will be like greater. Similarly, a smile is chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. So in the life also, depression, for nation's progress, we have gross national happiness. And now we are greatly talking about multidimensional poverty and eradicating that, and also increasing the capacity of humans greatly. So that is about a smile. A smile is a connotation here. Smile is an analogy here. Like if you can write about rose, so rose can be treated as anything, any romantic element on any, beautiful element. So rose is not rose, but beyond rose. Just because you have a choice, it does not mean that any option has to be right. So it is about each and everyday affairs to politics also. So politicians has a choice. Choice to what? Choice about power. So we have power, we should not, use it only. So it is also about bureaucratization. It is also about centralization. We have all the choices of negative elements or the elements which are now not treated as democratic. But what happens? We are actually utilizing that. And that's why the criticism is there about bureaucracy, centralization, politicization, criminalization, women atrocity. So what is the game? The game is of choice. I have power, so I have choice. But you remember that great power comes with great responsibility. Peter Parker. Where? Which movie? You guys have seen?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. It is very great movie actually.
Yeah, bro.
So they have asked also one same question, same quote they have asked. UPSC has asked in previous year. See, this question is actually about that only. Right versus might. Might is what? Power. So what is right? What is right? Right means to work for greater service of the humanity. The right is rightful entitlements of the people and many more things. Those things you have to actually seek for. So just because you have a choice, it does not mean that any of them has to be right. Okay, so now we'll see what is relative here. Why these all topics are already been asked, and whatever dimension I'm giving you, those are like experience dimension. Now I can easily see what is there, and you can mold and fold like 1,000, 2,000 word is very normal. One can write 10,000 words for explanation, whatever. You can see that the explanation can be anything, and you cannot deny that. If you have scientific bent of mind, if you have legal rational kind of mind, and if you have a speculative dimension already catered with, right? And all the cases and the examples and the general peripheral dimension what you have read throughout the ages from your 10th grade to whatever grade, that you can utilize here. It is only about open mindset. So let's see that how these are. Just we'll be peripherally seeing, and we'll be seeing in one go only. So I need your direction also, your participation also. See, politics, bureaucracy, and business. Politics, they have been asking again and again. Administration is the topic they have been asking. And why they are asking this trio? Because these are called what? Nexus. Nexus game is there. The second, please write the keywords what I'm writing. Nexus game, then rent seeking attitude. Rent seeking attitude. And one theory is there which you can relate. Two theory actually. Gandhism way of politics. And one is Marxist way of politics. So Gandhi is about against state like Marx, but Gandhi is not against system. System has to be in place. People has to be in place. So Gandhi is about like kind of socialistic thinker. Marxist is about like little bit of aggressive communistic thinker, right? Politics without ethics is a disaster. So what poets are actually invoking, what you can see in this paper, poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. You can see here, politics without ethics is a disaster. So one way, poetics is about enhancing the ethics and invoking the ethics or pushing the ethics. Are you getting? The VIP cult is a bane of Indian democracy. So if you think about the Rashtrakavi Dinkar and many more like Subramanya Bharati or many more poets, And poets is not only about this. Rabindranath Tagore too. You think about Janagana Mana and all those Anand Math. You see, all these are poetics where we have utilized a great deal of what? Breaking down the VIP cult of colonialism, the high-headedness, and invoking the ethics in administration. So those things. Need for transparency in public administration. Are you getting me? Need for transparency in public administration. So transparency is what the poets are invoking. So here the topics are giving you the answers. So if you read these topics, what is my suggestion here? A very, very simple suggestion, but people are not utilizing. Take out the print of these kind of document where they have enlisted about administration and all these, or you can make through your own thing also. Like you deliberately compile all these papers and see year by year. And then you come here in categorization. If the time will be there, I will be providing you, because essay is not like instantly you need the support. But I'm just telling about the methodology, even if I will have to work. The need for transparency, the country's need for better disaster management. How should a civil servant conduct himself? So all these matters seems to be taken care by the poets also. And if you see here, forests, they have written about the forest also. They have written about the histories and victories also. There also, there is no ethical things, only the scientific thing and the romantic thing. The poets are more romantic than scientific, it is seem to be, but they are actually talking about scientificism also in a way. Okay, like you talk about social evils, so they will be against social evils and all. Right. And if you see here, a time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. The same thing you can see here in many more. These things are about the hints that you need transparency. So what is the best time? You need better disaster management. What is the best time? You need a civil service conduct rule. What is the best time? Politics, bureaucracy, and business. You don't have to be entangling. Separation is necessary. At the same time, check and balances are necessary. What is the right time? Politics with ethics. It is the right time, because 70 years back also, 100 years back also, ethics was necessary. Today also ethics is necessary. Second ARC recommended 10, 15 years back, but still the ethics is not there. It is in limbo. So whatever is there, you can relate there. So relation is like, you can make your own relation with this. Now, whatever the concepts are there, rent-seeking attitude is there. There is one more concept here, Dutch disease. So wherever the development factors are possible, but not happening because there is heavy politics, bureaucratic, and business triangles, fatal triangles. So Dutch diseases are happening there. Okay, Dutch diseases are happening there. What is the example of Dutch disease? Which state? Due to politicization, the whatever the basics are there, like minings are there, and all those things are not getting due credit, and indigenous peoples are suffering actually. So this Dutch disease can be found in international example is Venezuela, because oil is immense over there. Socialistic countries also, but that then also doomed. And same thing happened in where? Jharkhand. Jharkhand. Same thing happened. So this thing you have to actually think about, like, so these theories are there, but many more theories are there. You keep searching for those theories, and from where these theories are coming? Economic survey and budget, mostly. So particularly if you have to talk about administration, you have to go for documentation. Whatever documents are there, 15th Finance Commission is there, economic survey is there, India at 70 is there. You can cater this administration technology, administration material from these documents only. You need to quote all these documents mostly, because there they have like catered with and courts pronouncement basically. And second ARC recommendations also you should go through. So you can integrate this part, administration part, with ethics also. Ethics paper. Ethics paper, second part. One part is, first part is what? First part is about the general conditions of ethics, theory part. Second part is about administration. So you will have to cater to that. This is like general guidance from this administration topic. But whatever these topics are there, you need to read it again and again, again and again, again and again. Are you getting me? Again and again, you have to read it. Again and again, you have to read that. Any question on this part? Any question on this part?
No, bro.
No, sir.
Harini?
No, sir.
Then come to the second one, right? Democracy India since independence. So here, whatever like history one, so you can actually see the difference between the victors or the victories before independence and victors and victories, just like war, like democratic war, you can say, political war. So since independence also, after democracy also, there are some wars that you have to talk about. With the Indian democracy, what we have not learned during 50 years of independence, why you should be proud of being, should we be proud of being Indians? What have we gained from our democratic setup? How far has democracy in India delivered the goods? National identity and patriotism in the context of Gandhi's views, explore evolutionary scale the terms of Swadhinta, Swaraj, Dharmaraj. Then critically comment on contemporary relevance of Indian democracy. Is the colonial mentality hindering India's success? Dreams which should not let India sleep. Management of Indian borders dispute a complex task. So rather these type of topics should not come here, but they have like in the context of India since independence they have put in. So what is the general direction here? The general direction is when you are preparing for post-independence India, thoroughly read this post-independence India according to this. And you only need one NCRT for that. Or one vision document is there. If you can cater to that, you can read that also, post-independence India. Finish it as soon as possible so that you can read this democracy India since independence. Okay. So it is about democracy, 50 years, proud Indians. All these themes are what? Patriotism and nationalism and democracy. Whatever you see. So Swadhinata, Swaraj and Dharmaraj, all these things are related to what? Good governance. So you can see the good governance theme, democracy wala theme, democracy, then what? Patriotism and nationalism. So these are what? These are the basic core idea or ideals which you have to look for within the theories also. And these theories are very normal only. What is good governance? What are the aspect of it? What is like Dharmaraj, Swaraj and Swadhinta and many more words iterated by Gandhiji. So just think about that and write that in essays. Here and there you have to pin that. Democracy also, as I have told you, that political science book, small book, 10 chapters are there. Peace is there, democracy is there. So many things are there. Read that for these topics. So this is the basic thing for that. Post-independence India and that NCRT book where political theory is given, 10 theories are there. 9-10 theories are there. Along with that, you can also refer to India's this one, Indian Constitution at work. And you are done with the basic theory. Also read Dr. Ambedkar as administrator. There is a book in public administration, Prasad and Prasad. There you have, in the new edition, you have Sun Tzu, Art of War, Chinese thinker, and Dr. Ambedkar as administrator also. Are you getting me? So this thing is there. Clear? Colonialism also. Colonialism and decolonization. Colonia, though it is like within that world history topic also. So you can see that whatever you are reading there, So that's why do not leave the post-independence India and world history also. Put that scenario in there. And what you have to read there. In world history, read Arjun Dev, nothing more than that is needed. Arjun Dev book. It is in study format. It is very small book. You can get the PDF also. There are like virtual PDFs are available online. You can search and you can download, and Arjun Dev you can read. So colonization, decolonization, and whatever related to capitalism, socialism, uh, world wars, and then you have United Nations, League of Nations are written there. There also you have vision document on world history, or even Forum IS document on world history. But you can utilize only one. That is more than enough. People do not even finish the basic one, the one book. Okay. So this is about the essay. So in the essay, if you prepare in the essay format also, your thing will be workable in GS, or either read in GS, but consciously think about all these democracy and India since independence. Writing on these topics are not that much great. Anybody can write. The only thing is content differentiation. And we'll provide that 7, 8, 10 themes also that you have to process. But do not lose those essences and those directions as I told you in the class. Read those, manage your time to actually finish those things area by area. And yeah, it will be not like in continuity you will have to do. You will have this chart with you that, yeah, this will be relatable. These resources are relatable here, and you can use that. Now, economic growth and development. See, this is also one topic which is related to the first two are related also in the subject sense. Administration is related where? Basically, ethics I related it with in GS paper. And paper 2 also you can relate, but moreover, it is in GS paper 4 second part. Democracy since independence, it is part of what? GS paper 1, post-independence India. But most of the factors here are coming in the paper 1, different dimensions, like some world history, some society, and then in paper 2, GS paper 2, polity also, you can have so many things. You can also relate the Indian diaspora and this IR section with this. So this is particularly GS paper 2, second one. But first one is related to GS paper 4. You can relate here with GS paper 1 also, colonization, decolonization. Economic growth and development, what? GS paper 3 only. So it is vice versa. Here also you will have to focus on GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4 and optionals. And in this topic also you can relate directly with some GS paper. So economic growth and development, resource management in Indian context, GDP, GHP. As I told you, happiness they have asked you. So this theme is directly relatable with that. Smile wala question, this question. Smile is chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. So what are the ambiguities? The ambiguities are related with development. Ambiguities are related with well-being also. So this same theme is there. Same thing I am telling you. Only needs to be treatment, different treatment, because that is the exact topic is not relatable here, but this content wholly recommended over there. So nothing new. People are like making business out of it, though it is necessary also for some people. For some people, specifically essay and ethics is necessary. We'll be also launching separately because people are in need. They are not getting good coaches. So resource management in Indian, GDP, GDH, gross domestic happiness would be right indices for judging the well-being. So well-being is what? Well-being is like gross domestic happiness to psycho, social support, or that is also called what? Social indicators, not only physical indicators. And then what? One more thing is there, multi-dimensional poverty index, and many more things are there, well-being. Now, was it the policy paralysis or paralysis of implementation which slowed the growth of our country? So policy paralysis and paralysis of, so implementation failure they are talking about. So what is this? This is a bureaucratic problem, and this is about growth. So you can see that 2013 and 2014, similar kind of things has been asked. In GDP also same kind of problems are there. Problems of implementation, policy paralysis, growth is only measured, not development, and well-being is measured. So within that, you can see that repetition is there. But how we can relate it? Policy paralysis and paralysis of implementation. You can see here, this forest are the best case studies for economic excellence. So growth versus development phenomena is there. Are you getting me? So you can relate anything with anything, but specifically also you can relate. That I mean here. Crisis based in India, moral or economic. You can see that. Earlier they are asked about ethics in politics and all. Now they are asking about with the economy. So that is same like GDP, GDH or growth versus development. Growth versus development. The same thing are there. So ethics will be there, environment may be there, environment versus economy, development versus growth, people versus environment, moral versus economic. That versus phenomena will be always there. Why? It checks your command over multiple polarity. Near jobless growth in India, an anomaly or outcome of economic reforms. Near jobless growth. So near jobless growth is a phenomena in what? The sense of GDP only. So you are catering with what? GDP, GNP, per capita income. All these are creating what? Average kind of situation. Gini coefficient is not being looked at. Oxfam says that 70% people is having only 1% people is only having 70% of wealth. Rest 30% is having what? 70% of the wealth. Like 30% of the wealth with this 70% of the people. So this anomaly is there. Sorry, 99% of people is having 30% of wealth. And only 1% is people is having 1% people is having 70% of the wealth. This phenomena is what? Stark phenomena. Inequality. So those things you have to write. Digital economy, a leveler or source of economic inequality. The digital economy, they have asked in 2016, digital economy is nothing but the changing capacity of growth. But it is again will be relatable to development if it is catering to the digital divide and all those gaps which were already there in the growth versus developmental factors, including the sustainability. So it is only changing the shape. The technology has been changed. Like you were having like what? Initially, you were utilizing animals for your agriculture. Later on, you utilize tractors. Now you are utilizing what? Drones and digital technology, sensors and all. But who is utilizing that? For whom it will be beneficial? That is the main question. The farmers will be benefited or not. Same thing happened in what? This Kisan bill, farmers bill. Innovation is the key determinant of economic growth and social welfare. The growth and social welfare, that is also growth versus welfare. Right. So innovation there. So you have read that in science and technology, innovation and all those intellectual capacities are there. So if your concepts are clear, you can utilize it here also. So why I'm before going about the GS paper 3, why I'm talking about this? Because you can directly relate over there. So your content will be there only. Your content will be coming from newspapers also. But lateral reading is very necessary for this. And so many lateral readings are available, like Niti report is there, India at 75. And many more reports which are talking about recent, like World Economic Forum, digital economy. You can utilize this, right? Jobless growth. There will be like own government report also. So Niti Aayog report and many more report. Then you have like IBEF. There you can go and search for the data. IBEF. This foundation is really great in data management related to economy and all. But don't overdo it, because nobody can. And if you want to skip this thing, only utilize what? Economic survey of last 2 years at least. Many more you can utilize, but last 2 years you can go little deeply. This year and next year. So digital like data and Yojana. Yojana articles and editorials are very much important for economic growth and development chapters, as I told you. Moreover, down to earth, DTE, you can utilize very much. Okay. And innovation, impact of new economic measures on fiscal ties between union and states in India. 15th Finance Commission, nothing else. So 15th Finance Commission, full report you will have to understand the either crux or go into the initial, initial paras, which are like summarizing this. So are you getting me? This dynamic resource use is necessary. You don't have to read page to page or cover to cover. You only have to utilize in those dimensions which you can write here very dynamically. So these resources you should utilize, and your core GS paper 3. And please read GS paper 2 polity very heavily in static sense. That is one direction. Second direction is GS paper 3. Read from economy from one good resource. I would recommend Vivek Singh new edition book for that economy section. Okay. Economy, Vivek Singh book will be more than ever enough. PDF is also available. Online also you can get the book. But one book you need to prepare fully for economy. So many more, including English, have prepared this Vivek Singh economy. At the time of prelims, Vivek Singh compiles 550 questions. That is also good for your MCQ. But beforehand also, if you are talking about previous year, so that PDF is also available. You can practice from now on onwards only after reading or simultaneously reading with this book. That is the second direction. Economy, you will have to very, very deeply read in the paper, GS paper 3. Science and tech is what? I told you, the methodology and the preparation. Internal security is likewise. Disaster management is likewise. You don't have to read at all about these things. Only prepare through the previous year question paper and the dynamics of the newspaper. But economy, you will have to read. Then in GS paper 4, so third resource, I told you, DK Balaji. Who all have taken this book till now? Anyone has this book or not?
Sir, me, sir.
Okay, the latest one you have taken.
Yeah.
Okay, and rest of you, both of you.
Yes, sir, I've got.
Okay, new one only.
Yes, a new edition.
Okay, great, great. So that book you only have to read. Nothing more than that, nothing less than that. You have to utilize for this as a resource. Because see, my thing is very less resource you have to utilize, but I will give you the strategic point. Polity Lakshmikant more than enough in this polity segment. Rest of the segment are delivered by dynamic elements also. There I am hand holding you. Don't have to worry about. GS paper 3, 1 Vivek Singh book and paper 4. So paper 2, 3 and 4 we have covered. What about paper GS paper 1? Here comes the and other places also some of NCERT, but heavy reliance on history part, NCERT. All part of history, NCERT. Along with that, one can cover a spectrum or leave a spectrum. It is them, up to them. Don't have to go for only some strategic part you can cover, and last one you can cover, because see in history normally now questions are not coming like conventional question. The questions are drastically changed now, particularly in modern India. So what you have to do, utilize the PYQ thoroughly. You will gain all the knowledge over there. Utilize the NCERT of 11th and 12th, all NCERT of 11th and 12th, particularly the themes of India. And you are done with the NCERT, ancient, medieval, modern, all three. And second thing is what? Like society, I told you, one book, Pearson book, the society history. Third, geography. So geography, again, NCERT will be helpful, or Go Chung Leong will be helpful. So Go Chung Leong, first part thoroughly you have to read. After reading that, you can utilize the NCERT 11th and 12th, or either read from 6th to 12th. In NCERT, geography only you need to read from 6th to 12th, because you will gain a very immense knowledge of simplicity in the presentation aspect. So that is there. History, society, geography. Nothing more than that is needed there. Art and culture and all. Art and culture, you can go for NCERT. Red book is there, 11th one. And greater Like Nitin Singhania earlier addition is there. Nitin Singhania earlier handmade notes are there. Utilize that only. And previous year question paper for each and every segment you need to prepare. For that, we have strategies. We'll deliver that strategy. And even we have book also. Let's see that how we can cover that. So this segment you are done with along with the GS paper 3. Now you go for federalism and decentralization again. GS paper 2 federalism chapter, decentralization 73rd and 74th chapter of Lakshmikant, federalism, center state relation chapter. And here both you have Yojana. Yojana on local government, Yojana on federalism. There is one previous Yojana on federalism. You need to read that very properly. And you can get immense fodder from there, including the great words from there. Language problem in India, past, present, and prospect. Water resources should be under the control of central government. Evaluation of Panchayati Raj system. Eradication of power. So you see here, Panchayati Raj clearly mentioned. Autonomy, best power to balkanization, creation of a smaller state, and all these things. Cooperative federalism, myth or reality. Water dispute. All these are coming from Yojana additions. I can guess, I can like watch for that. Water dispute also, cooperative federalism also. And these all are contemporary problem also. And all are post-independence India problem also, like language problem, water problem, Panchayati Raj. It is not in one day. Creation of a smaller state, balkanization, cooperative federalism, all these. And you see, they are repeating also 2004, 2016. Everything is recycled in UPSC. If you can command over that, it is like golden thing you have in your hand, but we are not understanding that. So God help us. So you don't have to even separately prepare for these. What you have to do is post-independence India resources, what I have told you, along with good reading of polity. But Yojana, some additions like this, federalism, you will get that. And others you can prepare from GS paper 2 understanding and NCRTs, as I told you, that political theory. If you read that, federalism will be there, decentralization, all these things will be covered from there. So that is a strategic book. Strategic book should be remained separate from normal books, like NCRT political theory is a strategic book. Post-independence India is a strategic book, right? Similarly, Constitution at Work is a what? Like a strategic book. Society, as I told you, is a strategic book. Why it is a strategic? Because it is coming handy in ethics also. Paper 2, paper 1 also, everywhere it is. Essay also. So likewise, dynamic resources you should keep in mind. What are those dynamic resources and how to utilize that? Until and unless you make brackets in your mind, you will not increase the marks, because it is all about implementation of those ideas which are written over there. Culture and society. Indian society at crossroad. Society, you see, crossroad. Society book you will cover, you will be done with. Why they have written crossroads? Or there were like in 1994, what was there? There were like several things going on. Economy, Bombay riots and all those things, bombing, like Ram Mandir and all Babri Masjid demolition. So many things are happening in those. The society one is related with all the stripes in the society. Cults and godmen, you see that. That was a traditional. This is still a problem in India. Like scienticism versus this cults and godmen. Some are good, excellently, extremely good, like ISKCON. ISKCON is all about like improving the mankind capacity and helping them. Along with the religious aspect of Sri Krishna, that is like all over the world, taken over all the world. But that cult and godman is related to so many, like Nityanand and all those cryptocurrencies have. The composite culture of India. So it is related to society book, youth culture, socio-economic, ethical values, modernism, Indian culture today, myth or reality, civilization advances, culture declines, traditional Indian philanthropy to Gates Buffett model. All these are related with this. So what you need to prepare here? Nothing. You only have to go through the Hindu, nuanced approach on society articles continuously. Indian Express also some articles. That's it. Along with that Yojana you are reading only, you will be capturing one Yojana of society, and it is more than enough for further element. Apart from that, society book only you need to cater. You are done with this whole aspect. You need to not worry about one topic or two topic. Your topic will be covered. Judiciary. Judiciary is very much easier because you have judicial activism topic in Lakshmikant, and you see 1997-2004 clearly repeated. Justice must reach the poor. The justice delivery system is also being catered by Niti Aayog agenda for New India or India at 75 also. So justice must reach poor is a kind of concept of judicial reform and all. Social justice and poverty. Poverty and social justice. Reservation, politics and empowerment. Reservation, politics and empowerment. Food security, sustainable national development, focus on healthcare, skewed towards halves of our society. Farming has lost ability to source of subsistence for majority of farmers. Poverty anywhere, threat to prosperity everywhere. Now you see, this is a little bit difference. Difference is what? The reservation particularly. See, politics and empowerment you can capture anywhere. In GS paper 2 also, GS paper 3 also, GS paper 1 also. Reservation is very contemporary and latest judgments and understanding the dynamics of reservation separately is necessary. Similarly, food security, here and there you can get the articles about. Healthcare is about policy dimension, policy, a social dimension. So these all are social justice or poverty related to policy item. So what you need to cater with? Policy, thoroughly you have to capture the essence of the policy. Like health policy, education policy, poverty alleviation policy, reservation policy, farming or farmers policy regarding that, poverty alleviation, all these things. Social justice and poverty. You need to cater to that. So it is all about utilizing the resources in a very policy manner. The policy you should read properly and retain in mind. So social justice and poverty, including all the policies which are like added on with this. Media and society. Media and society, misinterpretation and misuse of freedom in India. Mass media and cultural invasion, responsibility of media. Satellite television brought changes in mindset, role of media in good governance, Indian cinema and culture, sting operation. What you are getting here? Media is a prominent specific topic. This is like 2016 also they had asked. Not 16, 19, I guess. Media. Because Ravish Kumar at that particular point of time had won, I guess, this prize. Big prize is there related to Philippines. What prize is there? Anyone recall? Can anyone recall that? Asian Nobel it is called.
Mangashe. Raman Mangashe.
Yeah, Magsaysay. Raman
Yes.
Raman Magsaysay Award. The Magsaysay Award he has won. So that thing, this media, what you have to do? Media you have to separately write and prepare. The media is a specific topic. So this is a jackpot. What happens sometimes? You get into the exam hall, you get the media topic. And you know that they have asked 7, 8 times or 10 times media. So media, if you are prepared with the fodder, and if you know inch and inch of media, what is there? Like it is like very limited only in the content-wise format. There will be like several, concepts and so many things, but only. So you have media and society, then environment and urbanization. Urbanization is blessing in disguise. You see here, I will tell you what is ecology and environment is essential for sustain. Can anybody pick here? What is this? This again 2016 is related with your first topic. Forests are the best case studies for economic excellence. You see here, protection of ecology and environment is essential for sustained economic development. Is there any inch of separation of topic? Nothing, na? So same thing, like repetition is always there. If you prepare like a bunch of idea unit, not as separate a topic that now if you go in each and every nitty-gritty of media, you will be mad. But if you see that media is a big issue, 7, 8 essays has come. So you prepare very broadly about media. Each and every inch of media, each and every problem, but 25, 30, 50 problems will be there. Similarly, environment and urbanization is the same problem. Urbanization, you see, and it is part of GS paper 1. Urbanization is that part of GS paper 1. And again, GS paper 3 also, you can relate it with environment and employment also. The ecology and environment is essential for sustained economic development. Urbanization, its hazards. Moratorium is imposed on all fresh mining in tribal areas. Mining in tribal areas. May brave human laws, but cannot resist natural laws. You see, natural law versus human laws. This type of things are now philosophically built. Nothing in the topic, but it will be philosophically written as a topic. You see your moratorium tribal area, it is connoting with this also, and both are relating with this years. So what you have to prepare here as a theme, urbanization, properly you have to prepare, environment you have to prepare, and poverty as a topic also you have to prepare and connect with this thing. Growth and development again is the churning of this topic only. So broader topic is environment and urbanization. And as a group, you have material available for this, like as a broader group. Economic sectors or MNCs. Multinational corporations, saviors or saboteurs. Globalization would finish small scale industries in India. BPO boom, special economic zone, SEZ. Traditional handicrafts doomed to a slow death. Criticism, public-private partnership model for development is more of a bane than boon in Indian context. Justified. Tourism, can this be a big thing? And now you see here, this is like melting pot of, but majorly what you can see. This is related to multinational corporation, MNCs are related to globalization. So you have LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization in your GS paper 3, and through that topic, you have to relate each and every one. Globalization, BPO, special economic zone, traditional handicrafts, PPP model for development, pain than boom, tourism. All these are related, but tourism is one major topic now, like media. So write that separately. LPG is what? Preparatory item, broader item. In the society also, the impact on societal elements, they are asking in your syllabus in society. If you are prepared with that topic, you can easily handle this. But now this type of very nitty-gritty topic, they will not ask you. They will philosophically ask you about the problem of investment in India, or problem of growth and development in the patterns of indigenization of national economy. So they are gradually moving towards those developmental patterns which America or any developed or European Union countries has seen. Then again, education is a policy factor, as I told you for this one. Which one? This one, social justice and poverty. One part is education, and you see education is every other year, 95, 96, 2001, 22, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 14, 14, 15, 17. Every second year, every even back to back also they ask. So what is this? Indian education system, literacy and education, classroom, privatization of higher education, modern technological education, real education, education for all campaign, independent thinking and encouraged right from their childhood, egalitarian society, credit-based higher education system, competition good for the youth, standardized test, education without values, destiny of nation. All these are related to what? Either nitty-gritty of education. So what you will do? You will see that restructuring is needed or not needed. Obviously, it was needed. That's why new policy came. Still, ASAR and all those reports are talking about literacy is a big challenge even now. What type of classroom now we need? And in the digital era, MOOC era, privatization, whether good or bad, globalization, good or bad, technological education, good or bad, What are the value items which are propounded by in policy? So first of all, you should prepare the national education policy very thoroughly, and it is very detailed. Mind you, you can take help of Yojana for that. Yojana education issue, national education policy, they have dealt with all. Women, the new emerging women power, the ground realities. Greater political power will not improve women's plight. Women is good, God's best creation. Women empowerment, empowerment alone. Women emancipation, women rule the world, hand the rock, the cradle. Women's reservation, managing work and home. Development not endangered, endangered. New women. All these are what? Women. So women is in India a policy scenario. So women is a very broader topic. So what I told you, poverty, urbanization, globalization, women, all these are broader topics. Don't have to go into the nitty-gritty at all. And what you prepare in the society document, as I told you, either Insights on India or Vision, anyone, or either through the women in the society one, like society book, I had told you, Pearson book. There are also women who can. And as a broader item, whatever item from the market I can get, I will give you in a very detailed manner, it is written. So go in that manner, read the society book, read it as a policy item, women's related policy schemes and all. Keep reading the newspaper and try to select good articles for women and the new problems occurring for new age women, old age women, those kind of thing. And then again coming back to the overall writing or overall placement of broader ideas. Each and every topic is repeated only. Nothing new is there. All the 12 topic are but one. Quotes based and philosophy, now it is like majorly done, but see, quote based and philosophy will be talking also. So one class will be needed for that, or maybe half a class. Character, again, I will put in there only. Globalization, as I told you, above also including this one, modernization and westernization. These are society item, 21st century. Implication of globalization, this is your topic in GS paper 1. What are the segments which are like impacted by globalization? Ideal world order, new imperialism, impact on Indian culture, globalization versus nationalism, preparedness of our society for India's global leadership role. All these things are what? These are related to globalization. So globalization as a topic, you need to prepare in that segment only, LPG, from broader perspective. But society perspective is must, and this LPG in the GS paper 3 is must. You don't need content differentiation here. Globalization is but one only. Whatever content you are reading in society and GS paper 3 will be utilizable. Again, science and tech. If you are finished with that 5-6 topic we talked about, then you only have to see S&T versus education system or mindset or belief set in India or leadership in India. Science and technology versus education, science and technology versus Indian system, science and technology versus mindset, science and technology versus religion, belief system. So this is all about not science and technology, but scientific temper. Scientific temper you have to prepare. Modern doctor and patient, you can see in the sense of COVID-19 also. Value-based science versus education, value-based. March of science and erosion of human value. You see this in a repeated topic also. Romantic man and this one. March of science and erosion of human values. When war happens, only science take over. Human values got down. You see the Ukraine crisis and all those places where, and even the Rohingyas crisis in all those places. So, see, spirituality and scientific temper. So this is science and science versus religion. Lure of space, science and mysticism, are they compatible? Panacea for growth and security. So this is also one broader topic. Technology cannot replace manpower, alternative technology and climate change resilience in India. So this is but one, science and technology in the sense of newer dimensions. What are the bigger problems that is facing? You have to see it in the analysis of question paper. So this is phenomena of what? Health problems. value problem in science and education, spirituality versus scientific temper, and relating both and taking benefit from both, not only one. Then again, growth and security of nation, how the GS paper 3 dimensions you can churn out, like security, disaster management, employment, and all those things which are necessary through science and technology. Technology cannot replace manpower. It is also about AI, the latest debate of science. ML, machine learning, artificial intelligence, all these are corroding that. Luddite movement was there. Similarly, now digital movements are there, which are talking about the, the rights of the people. Alternative technologies for a climate change resilient India. So that is also the climate change resilience. So are you getting this science and technology item also? Whatever science and technology you have prepared for, then along with that, only policy item you have to understand, and society mindset you have to in India. Broader leadership game you have to think that how they are propagating religion, how they are propagating science. And there is a clear-cut division or not. There is no clear-cut division in India. Even scientists will be religious, religion will be also science, scientific, because Indian Vedic system has ingrained here in our culture. This is totally mixed match. And in the medieval times, you will be like seeing so much of evil also, social evils. So now we are talking science, which is like greater humanity, ethics, value orientation and all that. So in that philosophical dimension, only the questions will be coming. This question, March of Science and Erosion of Human Values, is but the repetition of this. History is a series of victories won by the scientific man over the romantic man. So romantic man is a good man. Romantic man is peace-loving man, environment-loving man, damage-free man. Then internet and IT, the cyber world, charm and challenges, computerization and creation of dehumanized society, cyberspace and internet, human civilization, social media. So now this is one bigger category. What is that? Social media or internet or related technologies. That is also called what? In one line, it will be called new media. Are you getting that? New media. So please write that topic, social media, as a major topic, as I told you. Women, policy item, and globalization, poverty, all these things as a major item. So new media is also along with media. So in media also you will have to write this new media, social media, and in social media also you have to write about the media problem. Because you cannot only pinpoint the social media, because social media is dependent upon the technologies of the past. Then an international organization and relations you are talking about, restructuring UNO, promoting ASEAN, Indo-US nuclear, NAM. So what they are doing is, like 3-4 years, they will be putting in mind that what was on the top. So you see, 1996, 2004, 6, 2017. So once in a blue moon, they will be coming up with this international organization type of question in essay. If you want to see from your, it is not about that they are not repeating, you will not read. There is no such game in UPSC. You will have to prepare. You never know, four are coming from IR only. And if your IR is weak, you will be not writing clearly about IR, your marks will be suffering 5 to 7 marks, which is a great damage. So see, greater things are possible, like UNSC. War versus UN, WTO, NAM, non-aligned movement, ASEAN, India, and big relations, BRICS, UNSC or UNO also you can. These type of topic you should search overall in the recent dimension and prepare. Like UNSC, UN. Peacekeeping is also one dimension, but that is covered in other dimensions also, which we are talking about: world peace, war versus peace, and all those things. India's contribution in the peace and war and all those things. Security, terrorism, and world peace. Are we a soft state? Good fences make good neighbors. India, both human intelligence, technical intelligence. As I told you, this item is related to science. Good fences make good neighbors is coming from international dimension. Are we a soft state? IR, terrorism and world peace also you can segment in the IR category, IO category only today. and from that GS paper 3. So this is not a separate, but again the IR and IO only. As I told you, there are like bigger things which you prepare, disaster management and all those things will be coming handy here. Miscellaneous are there, contribution to world wisdom, peace was same topic, pursuit of excellence, geography, 50 golds, quick but steady, all these are coming in the this jargon one only, philosophical one only. So tomorrow we'll be talking about the philosophical one at the morning time. So any question regarding this and how you find this analysis useful or run of the mill?
Useful only, sir.
Yeah. So see, this was repeated, this was repeated, this was repeated. This was whatever you have read, you can relate with it. Safe means what? Security related item also. International organization related, international amity related, neighborhood relation related, poverty related, anything. You keep in that comfort zone is safe, and keep out of the comfort zone means that will give you growth or development or prosperity. That is, this is repeated. Time to repair the roof when sun is shining. They have asked about ethics, morality. So ethics and morality is not only about being at your own place, but try to change the things when there will be good things also, majorly. So whatever minute problems are there, we'll be pushing that, and then coming to an era where the sun is not shining, then also we'll be at good position. But this is like little bit of thinking capacity you need here. You cannot step same. So again, growth and development factor is there. Smile, I told you this was thoroughly repeated. Just because this was also repeated, choice and right, politics and administration, all those things. So you can see that majorly things are repeated. And if you read 10 times, this one, you will relate 10 more times. If you read 50 times, you will see that repetition. And only broader dimension you need to. This is a miraculous impact on your preparation. So please see it in that manner, where from 1994 onward till now, 2022, whatever they have asked, please relate. And here, see, I must tell you that mostly what they have compiled till 2018. So 19, 20, 21, 22, you have to relate here. 2022, we have seen 19, 20, 21, 3 years is gap here. So tomorrow, your task is today till tomorrow morning, you please see the 2019, 2020 and 2021 papers. We'll see that. And why we need to see that in recent 5 years more, 2018, 19, 20, 22, 2021 and 22. You need to see that 18 to 2022 in a very deep manner. So that we can see that now what is like comprehensibility or philosophical or psychological game or warfare we need to play with the UPSC. As we can see, there is like 2022, several repeated themes are there. It's only about thinking capacity, increasing thinking capacity, nothing else. Are you getting me? This thing is there. Okay, then this one is more than enough for today. And tomorrow morning we'll meet. Any question? Harini, Prasad, Godwin?
No,
No,
no
sir.
questions, bro. Thank you.
No, sir.
Okay, then utilize this knowledge, whatever we have learned today, and we'll do the tomorrow also. We'll go for this one. If you can see also, you can ask me question also previously also, like starting the class also you can ask. Code based and philosophy, character and miscellaneous, some things are there. And 3 years, 4 years paper I told you, that we'll see. Okay, 18, 19, 20, 21 we'll see. 2022 we have seen already. So barely we'll see those topics. 8 into, I guess, 4. 32 only. Okay then. Good night to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night.